CNIB presents Know Your Rights, Ashley's story.
Hello, my name is Ashley Nemeth. I'm a wife and mother to 3 fantastic kids. I'm also the manager of programs and operations for CNIB Saskatchewan and the manager of programs for CNIB Manitoba. I love to snowboard and I also happen to be blind. As a blind woman, I often face attitudinal barriers. People often assume what I'm able to and not able to do, even though they don't know me. This can happen anywhere, but this time it happened in a healthcare setting. It was the day after I'd given birth to my second child, a healthy baby boy.
Ashley walks into a hospital lounge with a social worker and a nurse.
As I was recovering in hospital, I was surprised by a social worker who asked to speak with me privately. Here's a reenactment of that experience.
A social worker.
Mrs. Nemeth, do you know why I'm here today?
No, I don't.
Well, we received a concerning report saying you may not be able to take care of your newborn child.
I don't understand.
A nurse.
I'm worried that you won't be able to provide adequate care for your child and keep him safe. That's why I contacted Child Protective Services.
But I've followed up with my family doctor and my OB throughout my pregnancy, and they never expressed any concerns in my ability to care for my child. Has the hospital staff noticed any concerns about my ability to take care of a child adequately over the last 2 days?
Well, no, actually, I've observed that you have been able to take care of him properly over the past couple of days.
I'm not a first-time parent. I've been able to adequately care for my older child without any intervention from Child Protective Services, so why the concern now?
Well, since the report was filed from the hospital, we have an obligation to make sure the child is not in harm's way.
This upsets me. You haven't been able to provide me with any information as to why I might not be able to parent my child. Is the only concern that I'm blind?
At this time, yes.
That's not adequate. It's discriminatory on all levels. The only reason my ability to parent was questioned was because of my sight loss. This was especially frustrating because there's evidence that I'm a very capable parent. Situations like this are painful and traumatizing. So, what are my rights? The Saskatchewan Human Rights Code states that I have equitable access to healthcare just like anyone else, without discrimination based on my disability. Let's rewind this scenario and look at what should have happened.
A nurse on her smartphone in a hospital lounge looks at a medical chart.
Hi, may I please have the nursing supervisor, Nancy Thomas? Hi, Nancy. I have a question regarding Mrs. Nemeth, who is assigned to my rotation today. I'm wondering if I should contact Child Protective Services. I'm concerned that her sight loss will prevent her from being able to care for her newborn. Nope, there's nothing apart from the fact that she's blind that causes me to worry about the child's safety. Both her family doctor and the OBGYN have noted in her file that she follows all of their recommendations, and I've observed her to be able to take care of all her newborn's needs. She and her husband obviously love him very much. Okay, just so I understand, contacting Child Protective Services regarding Mrs. Nemeth would not be appropriate, as vision loss in and of itself does not mean a person cannot parent. Okay, thanks for clarifying. Bye.
We need stigma like this to change. By increasing public awareness, we can work together to make it a more inclusive society, where people with disabilities are assumed to be capable and treated with respect in all settings. Please share this on social media. To learn more, visit cnib.ca. This video was created with financial support from the Law Foundation of Saskatchewan.